Welcome everyone to EA Global Summit 2021. This is Satya from EA Global Summit organizing team. Firstly, thanks everyone for your interest and for joining us in this session. This session will be taken by Takeshi, CEO of Sparx Systems Japan, presenting how to build model structure packages in the browser window. Please note that we will be muting all the participants throughout the session, and if anyone is having any queries, please use the chat window to drop your questions to the speaker, and your questions will be answered in the MS Teams. Takeshi and several other speakers have kindly accepted to stay in the Teams channel to have one-to-one discussions and answer your queries. The link to the Teams channel is posted in the chat window for your quick reference. If anyone is having any difficulty in connecting to Teams, please reach out to us in the chat window or write to us at registration@eaglobalsummit.com. Thanks once again for your interest and support to the EA Global Summit 2021. Looking forward to the wonderful session with Takeshi. Over to you, Takeshi.
Okay, thank you for introduction. So please pass me the screen.
Yeah, sure.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, Takeshi, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining my session. This session is how to build a model structure packages in the browser window. At first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Takeshi Kono. I'm a CEO and founder of Sparx in Japan. When I started Sparx in Japan, there were only 71 users. But now, Enterprise Architect is one of the popular modeling tools in Japan, and current total users are about 60,000. I'm also a user of Enterprise Architect for a long time. My first version was 3. I think the latest Enterprise Architect is much easier to use compared with the version 3. If you have any question, please post to the Teams group, Sparx System Japan group here. I would like to summarize what I want to tell you in this session. In the browser window of Enterprise Architect, we can create packages, and package contains diagrams and elements. By using diagrams and elements, we describe various kinds of information about target system or software. This is no restriction on how content of the browser window are structured, but how you structure packages can make a big difference to efficiency. First, I will introduce the basic of the browser window and its useful operation, and then I want to share you some tips that you may find useful in making the structure of the browser window. Please take care, in the older version of Enterprise Architect, the current browser window was called as the project browser. So, why is the structure of the browser so important? I think there are 3 reasons. First, while you are working on diagram and elements, you can easily find them. When you want to find diagram and elements, you can use the built-in find feature of Enterprise Architect. But having better structure in the browser, you can find what you want quickly and intuitively without calling the Enterprise Architect feature. Second, by applying a suitable package structure and names, you can know the work to be done next, the overall progress, and so on. For example, if there are 5 packages in the browser, like this image, and you are editing the contents of the 3rd package, you can know that there are 2 more packages, in other words, 2 more processes to be finished. Third, by suitable structure, you can know if there are any duplication or missing work. For example, if there is a rule that every package has at least 2 diagrams, and if there is only 1 diagram in the package, then we know that some work is missing. This slide shows summary of what items are stored in the browser window, the project tab here. The top level package is called a root node. When you create a new project, its initial name is model. Below a root node, you can create a hierarchy of packages. Each package contains diagrams and elements, and each element can have diagrams, elements, and features like attributes. Connectors between elements are not visible in the browser. In the version 15.2, some types of elements are not displayed in the browser, such as nodes and hyperlinks. Elements that are specific to a diagram are not displayed in the browser. These elements are not displayed, but they are included in the same package as a diagram. So when you move the diagram to another package, these unseen elements, like nodes or hyperlinks, are automatically moved as well. When you delete a diagram, these unseen elements are also deleted. There are three types of package: root nodes, views, and normal packages. A package directly under a root node is called views in Enterprise Architect. Views are almost the same as package, but you can set an icon to visually distinguish it. Like this is a different icon from package. Root nodes are special, cannot have any diagram nor elements. If you want, you can have more than one root node in a single project. Why we have views and packages? I think there is a historical background, but now there is only little difference. Then I will tell you how to modify the structure in the browser. Basically, you can change the position of an item by dragging and dropping it. However, there are some restrictions. For example, diagrams and elements cannot be placed directly under a root node. I try, for example, drag a diagram onto root node model. This operation ignores. If I try to create diagram under root node, EA shows this error. In older versions of Enterprise Architect, there was a clear distinction between views and packages, but now you can change the two types. By moving a package directly under root node, it's treated as a view, and you can set an icon to it. You can also move a view under another package. The icon will be changed to normal package icon, but anything else will remain. For example, try I drag this view to, for example, another position. Icon will be changed to normal package. I try to drag onto root node. This package treated as view and icon is changed. I can change another type of icon. Drag and drop operations do not allow you to copy items in the browser. You can copy and paste from the context menu, but menu hierarchy is deep, so I recommend using the shortcut keys. You can paste to another Enterprise Architect project, so you can run two Enterprise Architect processes and open different projects, then copy in one and paste in another to make a simple copy of items between packages. It is also impossible to change the order of the items using drag and drop. By using buttons of the toolbar of the browser or shortcut keys, you can change the order of the items. Here are some useful operations in the browser. To copy features like attributes or operations of a class to another class, open the diagram in which the target class element is placed and then drag and drop the target features from the browser into the diagram. There are many other operations performed from the browser. I will show you some demo. At first, if I want to copy an operation or attribute from class, for example, operation 12 from to class 2, I need to drag from the browser and drop onto a diagram to copy features. If I drag and drop in the browser, it means move from here to this class. There are other useful operations. For example, if I drag requirements from the browser and drop onto class, this operation is connect requirements to class. In other words, and drag and press as link, create this realization link. So I try again, requirement to this class, create realization link. Or in sequence diagrams, if I drag an operation from the browser and onto lifeline in the diagram, I can create message. Or another idea, open activity diagram. If I drag a class from the browser and place it on partition, I can create activity partition, and I can create actions from these operations. So there are many other useful operations, but I need to forward next slides. And here some useful, in addition to shortcut keys already mentioned, there are more useful shortcut key. For example, function 2 is a change name in the browser, and the control delete key is delete from model. And drag an element from a toolbox onto the browser is very useful to create a new element. I'll show you again. For example, I select action in toolbox, drag here, and drop onto package, for example here, to create element without placing it on a diagram. So it's very useful to create many elements. There are other useful features of the browser. You can use the button of the toolbar to find the position in the browser for the selected elements in the diagram. I try, for example, select this element and press this button to show the position in the browser. And by pressing this triangle button on the most right of the toolbar, you can see your favorite package and move to the package. This favorite feature is more useful when you're using WebEA in Pro Cloud Server. And by using the context tab here, context tab of the browser, you can focus a package of your interest. If you have many packages in a project, you can focus only to your working package. You can move to higher or lower package by double-clicking package. Now, I want to tell you some tips about how to create a structure in the browser. These tips are especially for beginners for Enterprise Architect. If you are using Enterprise Architect for the first time, current information like system or software specification is written in a document editor like Microsoft Word or a spreadsheet like Microsoft Excel. This information provides a hint for the initial structure. For example, In case of the word, the structure of chapter can be used as a package structure directly under the root node. In this case, introduction is here as view. And each package name is the same as chapter. And each clause can be a child package of chapter package. For example, purpose system overview is here, the same name package, and the introduction package. The content of each package should be the same as it was in the Microsoft Word. For example, in the system overview package, you will describe information about the same here, but using model, diagram, and elements. In the Excel, name of each package can be the name of each sheet in the Excel file. For example, this example, there are 4 sheets: summary, requirements, specification, and component structure. So I create 4 packages, in this case, views, 4 views. And each package will contain the same information as Excel. For example, in requirements sheets, there are information about requirements. So I create requirements diagrams and create requirement elements to describe the same information. But this idea is only the initial structure and not the best structure for using Enterprise Architect, because documentation tool and modeling tools are completely different. So you must review the content after working and then add, delete, or move package to achieve the best structure. Depending on notation or modeling language, you can use the templates for the initial structure. If possible, I recommend using these patterns as the initial structure. For example, in System 1.5, there is a template called Basic MVSE Project Pattern. So this pattern contains like these package. So you can create these package at once, just importing this pattern. And from another point of view, in Enterprise Architect, packages are the execution target of various features. So it is a good idea to decide the package structure according to the feature you use. For example, the version control feature. Version control feature keeps the history in each package, so it is necessary to create package structure to keep the history you need. So if you want to manage 5 different histories, so you need to create 5 packages. Finally, there are 3 tips to help you create better structure. These tips are for all Enterprise Architect users. The first tip is about the order of items in the browser. By defining rule about the order, it becomes easier to find the item to work with, and you can find missing item easily. For example, let's say you have a package that contains several sequence diagrams. Here, this behavioral package. The first sequence diagram in the package is normal sunny scenarios, and the second and subsequent diagrams are alternative scenarios. And under this rule, these alternative scenario sequence diagrams are arranged in order of probability of occurrence. So in this case, there are 2 alternative scenario sequence of nominal 1 and 2. So in this case, of nominal 1 is more high and have high probability. So in this rule, this makes easier to find the target sequence diagram. Consider the probability of your target sequence diagram. For example, if you want to manage up update sequence diagram, so just consider the probability. And so if their sequence is very rare case, you must start searching at the bottom. And if the probability is very high, maybe the sequence diagram is next to normal sequence diagram. And the second hint is to consider the case whether a package is made up of components of the target product. So in this case, the target systems have several components, AOCS, EPS, RCS, etc. So this is a component names. And each component package contains 3 child package requirements, structure, behavior. So every component package must have these 3 packages. And each package defined its name and contents. So in requirements package, requirements diagram must be there and only one diagram and so on. So by defining the structure of each component package, you can refer similar model in other component easily and easy to find the missing information. So for example, if you want to create better diagram about, for example, requirements of AOCS, so you can check same name package of another component to refer better structure, better idea. The third tips is usually it takes a long time to find the best structure for you. It would be nice if you could find the best structure in your first use of Enterprise Architect. But until you build a model, you will not be able to know the whole contents of each package. Depending on the content, you may need to split the package or create child package to find the best structure. As a rule of thumb, 3 trial and error iterations will give you a near best structure. Once you have found your best structure, you can use the pattern feature of Enterprise Architect to make it available to other people, so other projects. Thank you very much for attending my session. I hope this information could help you. Sorry, my time is over. So if you have any question, please post to the Sparx Japan team channel. I will post this slide to the channel later. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Takeshi. Thank you for a wonderful session. And thanks everyone for joining these sessions. Takeshi will be available in MS Teams to have detailed discussions and answer more questions. The link to the Teams channel is pasted in the chat window for your quick reference. If anyone is having difficulty in connecting to Teams, please reach out to us at chat window or write us at registration@eaglobalsummit.com. Thanks once again, everyone, and looking forward to hosting you all in a wonderful session at this summit shortly. Thanks, Takeshi.
Once again, thank you. Yes, thank you very much for joining my session, for all of attending, and for all of your registration teams. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Takeshi. Thank you, everyone.